Hey everyone, it's Garrett Terrell. Welcome back to another sit down video. The video for today is going to be the 3 things that you need to know before moving to Olympia, Washington. So the 3 things you need to know before moving to Olympia. So if you're new to the channel, let me briefly introduce myself. My name is Garrett Terrell. I'm a real estate agent and own a real estate company called Terrell Home Group here in Olympia, Washington. I'm also a real estate investor as well, and I've lived here my whole entire life. So there's nobody better to give you this expert advice. I know this area like the back of my hand. So the first thing we're gonna be talking about is the area. The area of Olympia, Washington is about 60 miles south of Seattle, Washington, which is actually not the state capital. Olympia is the state capital. And the county that Olympia is a part of is called Thurston County. Now there's a ton of cities that make up Thurston County, but there's 3 big cities which are primarily the common cities that people like to move here for. The first one is Tumwater, the second one is Olympia, and the third one is Lacey. They're all kind of joined together. They're very quick to get to. All 3 cities are pretty much within a 5-10 minute drive of each other, and that makes up the bulk, the meat and potatoes of Thurston County. Now we are also in Washington State, which is the top left corner of the United States. A lot of people get Washington confused with Washington, D.C., which is on the East Coast. We are right above Oregon, the very upper left part of the United States. Lastly, the part of the area is it's such a good area. There's a lot to do in Olympia. There's a lot of restaurants, a lot of bars, a lot of water activities because we are a water city. We're right on the Puget Sound, South Puget Sound. So there's a lot of activities to do here. Now, the second thing I'm going to talk about is the weather. Obviously, if you've heard anything about Olympia or just Washington in general, the weather is pretty gloomy sometimes. We have about 4 months throughout the year where it's beautiful weather. It is sunny, it is 75, it has a breeze, it's amazing. Sometimes it can even get to like 95 degrees in Olympia. For the majority of the time, you guys, it is going to be misty, it's going to be overcasty, it's going to be cold. I would say the majority of your time in Olympia will be an overcast type day. That's just the kind of climate that we have here, unfortunately. So if you're from a really hot area, you know, if you're from Arizona or Florida or South Texas or something like that, and you actually like the rain, Olympia might be a great place for you. Now, I do get this question a lot if we get a lot of snow. We do get snow sometimes, every so often, you know, every couple winters, we do get a little bit of snowfall. So that does happen, but for the most part, we do not get a whole lot of snow. But the majority of the time, it is going to be overcasty and somewhat chilly. It's usually in the 40s to upper 50s. So the third thing I'm gonna talk about is affordability. Now, I've seen a dramatic change over the last 4 years that I've been in real estate of affordability in Olympia specifically. Now, it is getting very, very expensive because it is an hour south of Seattle. So there's a lot of companies that go to Seattle to work, like Amazon, Google, Boeing, Microsoft. Those are a lot of big companies and they have a lot of people working for them. So sometimes they like to buy something in Seattle, but the majority of the time they'll come south, they'll come to Tacoma or either to Olympia to buy something that's half of the price, and they just make the commute every single day. Now, I don't recommend that because the commute, the traffic on I-5 can get pretty extreme. Sometimes it can make you an hour, hour and a half late. You know, it's pretty ridiculous when it comes to traffic. But affordability in Olympia, it is still the cheapest metroplex city on the West Coast, okay? So it's a large city, it has a lot of population, it has a lot of stuff going on. There's a mixture of new construction, old homes and buildings and stuff like that. It is a bigger metroplex city. So when I got started in the business, the average home price was about $275 to $300-ish in there. Now the average home price is upper 400s, okay, 450 to 475. Now that doesn't mean that it's too expensive to buy something here in Olympia. You can still have a ton of options if you're in the $400,000 to $500,000 budget because of interest rates. Obviously, the cheaper the interest rate, the more buying power you have. So now the market as a whole has a lot cheaper interest rates, so you can basically get the same exact house. Even though it is more expensive, you can get the same house for a cheaper price because of interest rates. The affordability in Olympia is still amazing. You know, if you're a single person and you're looking to buy something just for yourself, just a little 2-bed, 1-bath, less than 1,000 square feet, you can get something great in downtown Olympia. If you have a family, you want a bigger 3-bed, 4-bed, 2-bath, 2-story home, there's a ton of options. We have a lot of great builders local new construction, houses that have already been built. Some of the best communities in Washington State reside in Olympia, Tumwater, and Lacey. So if you are moving to Olympia, Washington, or anywhere in Washington for that matter, drop a comment below on this video and I will reach out to you, get you hooked up with a great lender, a great local lender in Washington that can help you save money on rate and terms, and we can help you get into a beautiful home here in Olympia. So that's it for the video today, you guys. Make sure to like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you get notified of any new videos that I post. So hopefully you have a good rest of your day. I will see you in the next video and talk to you soon.